Awesome, we're in round one, and we're playing against somebody that I know from Twitch. So this should be interesting. This is a good enough hand, I think. We just need one land, and then we can hit the Golgari Key Rune. We can hit Drudge Beetle right away. And then we can, once we hit Key Rune, we can hit Seek the Horizon, which will let us hit Doorkeeper, which is all we really care about. Opponent also had to mulligan, which is good. Well, maybe it's bad, because that means they're one less card into their deck, so we need to stop that right away. Uh-oh. Oof. That is a bad card for us to see. We can't realistically block it with our walls. Because of the Death Touch, and it also means they're really aggressive. We don't want to play against Rakdos right away, so the red-black deck is a bad matchup for us. They're going to be a lot more aggressive than we might be able to handle. Specifically, this Thrill Kill Assassin's a problem. Because, I mean, we're going to have a bunch of 0/4 creatures, but... yeah, Thrill Kill just blocks forever. Lobber Crew also just keeps getting through. That's something that we'd have wanted. It's another defender. I would have tried to play a 4th color for Lobber Crews. Unfortunately, we didn't see any. And they're surprisingly good. Lobber Crew is actually kind of awesome in this format. Like, not just in a defender deck. There isn't really a defender deck. We're just kind of making one up. But Lobber Crew is a good card. So we can Seek the Horizon and start getting some islands. Or I can hold up Golgari Key Rune to block the Thrill Kill Assassin. Play Rubbleback to block it. I might just Rebel back and block it. Next turn, play Seek, play the island, and get Doorkeeper online. Alright, seems like a good idea. When trading your 5-mana spell for your opponent's 2-mana spell seems like a good idea, you might have made a mistake. we may not have wanted to do this, in fact. Yep. That Lobber Crew is going to be a real issue. Annihilating Fire that, yeah. At least they can't kill the Rubbleback Rhino. And they'll keep attacking. This time, however, I will actually block. I just have to get rid of that. Sure. That's totally fine, because that can actually be blocked by the Doorkeeper. That's what we wanted to see. So let's get Island, Island, Swamp. And Doorkeeper online. Now we're looking good. So let me just adjust the window here. I apologize for that. Just realized it was a little too small for my screen. Oof. Alright. Yeah, Deviant Glee will let it get through the Doorkeeper. Be much nicer if they stopped having things that would make it big enough to smash through these 0/4 walls and things that we have. Not being very polite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can tap 7. I can play Runewing and Stonefair, double block. I could also just play Runewing and hold up the Golgari Key Rune. It's probably better. We need to get stable enough that the Doorkeeper can start doing its job. We're already at 9. I'm going to need this Stonefair Crocodile to live, actually. I can't trade it off. Yep. Because we're going to need to gain some life back. Oh, no. Oh, no. Alright, well, we are actually just dead. I don't think I can beat that. I wish I'd played Stonefair. Maybe I should have. Okay, alright, alright. We have a chance. It's not much of one, but we have a chance. So we just Assassin Strike this. We're still in trouble because Rogue's Passage makes any creature unblockable, and we don't have a lot more Assassin Strikes. Really wish I could have played Stonefair Crocodile. We probably should have played that instead of Runewing. Because I just need the life so badly. All the opponent needs is all they need is a multicolored spell to be able to untap the Lobber Crew or any other... Yeah, okay, they have it. Darn. Like, because then I can't... Even then I can't get this on fast enough. Yeah, alright. Big mistake there. I could have gained a little bit of life. We still would have died to spawn a Rixmati, I guess, though. Rogue's Passage is so nasty. Really tough card to deal with. Because you just can't stop it. I don't have any land hate either. Alright. Pretty sure I don't have any land destruction. I mean, I could Chronic Flooding it, but that doesn't exactly seem like a winning strategy. Milling 3 cards a turn off of their Rogue's Passage probably is not enough. Sadly, I don't think we have a good answer to most of these things, so I'm just going to have to send it back. Hoping that our 04 walls can actually stop them this time. This is better. Trestle Troll is a really nice one. We'll keep this. We can use the Gatecreeper Vine to search for an island. This is just one of the worst matchups for us. Like, it's a really bad one. We are on the play, and they did mulligan to 5, so that's a really good sign. Just hoping that we have enough time. Because once we set up, if we can get Trestle Troll down, they don't get the Rogue's Passage right away, then we're in kind of good shape here. Get our island. Next turn, probably play Keyrune and then just go Trestle Troll Doorkeeper. And I could play Doorkeeper next turn, but this doesn't seem that useful yet. Seems much better to just ramp to it. We already have 3 defenders, too. So that should be pretty good. Oh, Hellhole Flailer is large. We can stab wound it. That doesn't seem like a bad idea, actually. So they can sacrifice it, but that takes a turn off. They still lose 2 life from it. And we can Doorkeeper to block, so it can't really get through. I think that that's pretty good. Possible that we can win with damage. Unlikely, but Rubbleback Rhino is a decent threat if we have any way to scavenge onto it later. Little worried about blocking with Doorkeeper here. Hope they don't have a way to pump through it. Thinking they were just testing to see. Yeah, okay. That's good to know. Now we just Trestle Troll, pass, and start milling with Doorkeeper. And I'll sacrifice the Hellhole Flailer. Oh, Launch Party. Well, Can still mill our opponent by 3. Not a bad idea, I guess. Got Dreadbore. Ooh, that is a good card. Target creature or planeswalker just gets destroyed. We're in good shape, though. Rakdos Shred Freak does literally nothing. And so we can just kind of sit back, relax, wait until we draw another Doorkeeper. Wish we had a good way to kind of dig down for one, but we'll just have to wait. Get the Brush Strider online. We might be able to start attacking back, too, at some point. Perilous Shadow is a really good late-game beater, too. I mean, this card gets huge. I might start attacking in with it next turn, even. Dead Reveler. Question here is, did they unleash? Because we're going to be able... Yeah, I was going to say, we're going to be able to start attacking them. Think that this Perilous Shadow actually just needs to attack in. Maybe even both. I don't want to give our opponent the chance to get too comfortable and get down to a rogue passage and then just start killing us. Could pump it to 6 damage. If I pump it once, I can play another Trestle Troll, which isn't that useful yet. I think I'm just going to deal a ton of damage here. Not let our opponent develop a large board. Lobber Crew. Yep. And definitely bust through Lobber Crew, not a problem. And Perilous Shadow keeps getting in. 6 more damage. If they block with Lobber Crew, I just pump it twice and I can Trestle Troll. If not, well, I'm going to deal 6 damage, I think. It's funny that you see these Perilous Shadows go so late right now. Because, I mean, you probably don't ever need 2, but having one of them can be pretty good, as you notice. Skullrend. Alright. Let me discard the last 2 cards. It's very solid. I had 2 good cards in my hand. But, I mean, Perilous Shadow is still just getting in. And that's something that has to be dealt with. I want to keep playing the land because I might need to regenerate Troll and pump Shadow at some point. Or activate Keyrune and attack with the Shadow. We need a lot of mana to get this online, basically. So now it's got a chump. And that means that we can actually use the Keyrune now, too. So we can start activating Keyrune and attacking him with that. This isn't the way that I wanted to win, though. I really wish that we could kill them with the Doorkeeper. Maybe they'll find a way to kill our Perilous Shadow, and we'll have to have another way to get in. It's really nice to be able to leave up a little bit of extra mana, too, just in case. Because there are cards like Augur Spree, which give +4, -4 to a creature, so being able to pump this would be really nice. Spawn of Rix Maudie. Yep. It's not enough to block the Perilous Shadow. So they're probably chumping with Lobber Crew here. Attack in. I guess I could have attacked the Keyrune. It's not unreasonable. Oh, okay. They're just assuming that Lobber Crew is going to deal more damage. Kind of makes sense. And Doorkeeper. This feels like a losing battle for our opponent. I don't think they're going to have a creature to chump our Perilous Shadow for the next, like, 12 turns. Bloodfray Giant. Alright. There's another chump blocker. Like I said, though, there's only so long that that game keeps lasting. Leaving the Keyrune back still, because I do want to actually activate Doorkeeper maybe and play, like, Seek the Horizon eventually. There's a lot of things that we want to do. So right now we're just going to Seek. Because we need a lot of mana. Our deck is just, like, super heavy on the mana. All we need is lands. And lots of them. Opponent is really trying to make this game last. don't think it'll work, though. I said, eventually they're going to hit some lands and not be able to chump the Perilous Shadow forever. Yeah, Rating was on the wall. The card's pretty good. If you need a finisher, Perilous Shadow can certainly do the trick. I wish we could have seen more cards out of their deck by activating Doorkeeper a couple times. The Skullrend is not a particularly great card, but it's better against our deck for sure, because our deck just needs so much mana, and so a lot of cards end up rotting in our hand while we're like activating Doorkeepers, generating Trestle Trolls, hitting with Perilous Shadow, all that kind of stuff. Takes a while for our engines to really get revving. This is why we wanted more Axebane Guardians, because Axebane Guardian is just such a great ramp spell, and especially in multiples. Get 2 out, you're tapping for 4 mana, 3 out, you're tapping for 9, and that's not including any other defenders you might have. Just pretty crazy. Yeah, I didn't see any reason to change anything. I'm just going to jam it back again. I think like the 0-4 walls that we have are already better than like a Grim Roustabout or something anyways. We need the Doorkeepers to try and win the game. That is kind of the point. Uh-oh. Opponent didn't mulligan. Well, that's not a good sign. They've mulliganed every game before this, so they've been pretty unlucky. And this is not a great hand. I do need a lot of lands, so I guess I can kind of be happy that way. Really not glad I drew another one, though. And another one. Uh-oh. This is a risky keep, because we didn't want to draw any more lands, and then we just drew 2, so I think we're in a lot of trouble. We need some very, very good cards, and a lot of them, and fast. Sewer Shambler can kill us quickly. I think that I just need to stab wound that. Well, I should offer the trade first. It has Swamp Walk as the problem, so it can just get in unblocked, and I can't really deal with that. Wonder what they're splashing green for. We actually haven't seen that yet. It's been all black-red so far. I wonder if that's the Golgari Guildgate that I was supposed to have picked. Oh man, another land. This is kind of insane. Eight lands and 3 spells is not where we want to be. Opponent is really slow right now, too. Maybe they're also just flooded. Spawn of Rixmati. Yep. I can double block with Catacomb Slug and Dredge Beetle. Really leaves us open to getting blown out by a 2-for-1, but I think that's where we're at. Just pass the turn. And hope that there's no good removal here. We haven't seen anything that would really get the... Oh, right, they've Scavenge. Well, I can chump with the Drudge Beetle. And then next turn, Trestle Troll plus Regeneration is up. So technically that can block the Spawn of Rixmati forever. I can scavenge the Drudge Beetle later when we have even more mana. I mean, looks like we're going to have enough mana this game to do basically everything. Saving 8 life seems like the play. Deathrite Shaman. Ugh. And another land. Oof. That's a thing. Wow. Alright. And this Deathrite Shaman's going to be a real problem. So I'll just remove our Drudge Beetle right away. Can't imagine they don't. Not let us get the scavenge off of it. It'll take us some time anyways to have both regeneration and the time to scavenge this, because that's 9 mana. I have it available. I actually have 9 mana. 9 mana, 4 spells so far. Tenement Crasher. Alright. That definitely makes me wish I'd left the Catacomb Slug up. So we'll just take 5 damage, and I'll learn my lesson, not attack with that. Be smarter. Thankfully this regenerates, because we are getting beat down pretty hard. Another land. Yeah, alright. So it's creature gains them life. I could scavenge right now onto the slug, and that'll block the Tenement Crasher profitably. Not sure that I care about that, though. I just really want to regenerate. I don't want to take 8 damage. Just pass. I just wish we had something else to do, but all these lands in our hand just can't do anything. Yeah, remove the Judge Beetle. The Deathrite Shaman's so good against us right now because we're going to be trying to mill them too eventually, and they'll be able to get a bunch of value off of that. Yeah, Deviant Glee. I think we're dead. Assassin Strike would be okay. I'm going to take the damage for now. And we'll try and do something later. I don't see a way out of this, though. I mean, we need to have actual gas cards in our hand, but we just don't have anything. I know we could have just not kept this hand, but like I didn't expect us to draw 2 spells and 5 more lands off of our 5-card hand. Just not something you really think is going to happen. It's pretty low odds, really. So Brush Strider plus Catacomb Slug does trade with the Tenement Crasher. Take 3 from this, block there. We're not just dead. We're just mostly dead, which is partially alive. Okay, that'll be the end. Alright, well, it was interesting, and then we drew all lands. So, I mean, I could have mulliganed that. I don't think that was the correct choice, though. Like, how often are we just not going to draw any more spells, basically? We got the 1 stab wound, but we didn't really get anything relevant for a very long time there, and that was just too bad. Wish that we'd had some way to, like, draw cards, because we did need to get, like, dig deeper and actually find things like the Doorkeepers. They were really important to us. Maybe should have tried to play the Grizzly Salvages because of that. But, yeah, I mean, we tried. It was an interesting deck. I think it would have been really fun to have milled them out with that Doorkeeper, but we never really got the chance. We had a bad matchup at the start, too. Red-black is definitely the worst thing that we could see here, because we don't want to be playing against the deck that can be super, super aggressive. We need to be very defensive here. But it was a lot of fun to try and build the deck anyways, and it looked really interesting on paper. Like I said, wish it could have just drawn a little bit better. We might have had a real chance this last game. They were slower, so I think that if we had like another Trestle Troll or two, we could have just stalled long enough and then hit an Assassin Strike and slowly clawed back into the game and then started just, you know, milling our opponent. But as is, you know, this is what happens. Thanks everybody for watching. We're going to be taking a little bit of a break from Kaladesh for a while, and I'm going to be going through all of the flashback drafts and just kind of having a bit of fun over the holidays. Kaladesh we've been doing for a long time, so I think that we've learned a lot about the formats. Everybody's kind of learned the way that Kaladesh works, and it's fresh in everyone's mind. So right now I want to go a little bit crazy and just do a lot of fun stuff for all of these flashback drafts. So if you want to see what we're going to do next, vote on our Twitter poll that I'm going to put up. You can find it in the article on Newmont Gaming. I'll post the link. And there will also be the poll on Twitter, so if you follow me at IlyonMTG, you can find it there as well. And thanks everybody for watching. Ooh, so we have another Disappearing Act to return things. We have a Propeller Pioneer that we could just constantly rebuy. But we also have the Aether Squall Ancient. And hey, if we're going to bounce things, that is the ultimate way to bounce things, isn't it?